Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Samantha, the Chevy Traveler. I travel out of my Astro van. Today we're embarking on a new journey. Alright guys, look at this. Here's Iris eating her dinner. Very cute. And Cole just walked up with another Iris. Hi! Say hi to YouTube. You're so cute, you have a bandana on now. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am Samantha, the Chevy Traveler. I travel out of my Astro van. Today we're embarking on a new journey of working for a log cabin restoration company. So we just came out to our first log cabin site, and today I think we're just going to be like walking around asking questions. The owner should be here any second.
If I explain something too much or too good either, let me know.
Okay.
Sometimes I get ahead of myself.
I'm a visual learner.
We try to use smooth hammers because we don't want, if we hit the wood, we don't want to leave the mark, you know, like as a regular hammer. So we use a finishing hammer. Nail gun nails, finishing nails. All the nails we use are galvanized because if the chinking's wet, right? So everything else rusts. I mean, these technically probably even, they do rust. We've proved that, but we don't want them to rust through the chinking and like slide down the chinking because it'll look like crap. So galvanized nails for that. Blades. Sometimes I keep a pack of like used blades. The used blade pack is normally like all cattywampus with the points. The non-used blades aren't. See the difference? Like, see how these are all like crisscrossed in there? I do that on purpose so you know this is used. Just so we're not throwing sharp blades into the garbage bag and then it like cuts everything open or stabs you in the leg or all your stuff falls out. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally just to contain it. I don't want blades just laying around either. You know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were changing out your blade, which you guys can do if you want to change out your blades. Some of these razor blades work. These are our tools. This is like our major, one of our biggest tools. So always have a razor blade on you. This one works as if you unscrew it to loosen it up, pull it out. You can change it like that. In fact, I should tighten it up. So these gaps obviously are all different sizes. We need to estimate, think about like in your head, this is where you'll start to realize like, or not realize, but you'll learn your inches kind of fast because you're gonna be like, oh, well that's 4, that's 5. This one's probably a 3 or a 4. So I'm gonna grab a 3 or a 4, probably both, so that I don't have to walk back and forth. See which one kind of fits best. See how this 3 goes and sits right in here, almost perfect. We're looking for like a 3/8 to an inch gap on the top and bottom. But see how this bottom is like 3 inches out?
Yeah.
Because these logs aren't perfect and they're kind of all crossed. So if this log wasn't stuck out like this, this 3 would be fine. But since it's bigger, we're gonna use this 4. That's still a little small, but it'll be okay. This is under porch. So the stuff that's under the porch isn't going to get hit by rain. So it's okay, not 100% ideal if it is not completely, if it's a little bit of like a bigger chink gap, I should say.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. If you guys have any questions of
So we kind of want it like a flat because of this is out.
Yeah, I'll show you once I form it, but I'm cutting it to fit in here. I pushed it against the side, cut it to be long wise because you don't want to deal with this extra baloney crap. This stuff's expensive. We want to be able to like use it again if we can.
Yeah.
We keep the pieces. So see how it's on, it's already pre-cut beveled.
Yeah.
We like to keep that angle because it just works with setting it like in the log. Where this sticks out, this is going to be a little bit more of an angle on this side, and I need to cut a little bit off of it for it to fit in there perfect. I'm going to make this look really freaking easy, so don't get frustrated. What I do is I cut it on the wood, but we have to watch our pressure because this will dig into the wood and cut the wood. If you want to cut it like on the 2x, even to make yourself like, you want to cut a straight line, right? That's kind of the thing. These are straight.
Okay.
If you want to cut it on the 2x or even over here or on, not on the ground because I don't want to cut his porch, but we can get a piece of, there's plywood over there. We could put a piece of plywood here and cut on the ground if you guys want to cut. Or don't apply, your sharp blade is going to be sharp. It's going to cut through better. Don't apply as much pressure, but until you learn how much pressure to apply, it's kind of hard. So I'm going to just cut a lot, not a lot. I'm going to cut my angle off because I want this piece to stay as long as it is. So this angle is maybe like a 45. I'm going to cut one angle off steeper. So I'm not going to cut into my foam here. I'm going to cut along this line, and I'm just going to cut the back off to make the angle steeper. Right along. See, I cut a little bit in there, but right along the edge there. See how it didn't fall off because I didn't cut through? We'll throw that in a garbage bag. See how this fits right in there?
Yeah.
There's about a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch gap on the top for the chinking to sit on. There's about a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch gap on the bottom for the chinking to sit on. Okay? And then we'll nail it in. We don't want a ton of nails, maybe like 4 here because it's foam. We're just maybe not even 4. Let me show you this real quick. Nail gun. I know I'm throwing a lot at you quick, so whatever, you know, you guys can ask all the questions. Trigger to open it up. Nails. Am I boring you, Kaylee?
No, I'm just stepping out of the way.
I'm kidding. Okay, you shut it. This thing might be freaking cold. Nope, it's locked. There it goes. All right, we don't want this to fall through like that. So sometimes jam it up in there. Your ends is what you definitely want to be held down. Nope. All right, since this piece is a little bit small, here's a trick. You can take a finishing nail, go behind it, kind of hammer it in there so that it holds pressure against that foam so that foam doesn't fall through. This is a wall. You don't really want the foam to just push through. You know what I mean?
Okay.
See how it's in there better now?
Yeah.
And that's it. We'll move on to the next one. Any
Easy
questions?
enough? Not at the moment.
So then once we get this wall all sealed up, what we'll do, I have to go back eventually and get the I forgot to bring a bunch of things. I want to like get you guys rolling though. We're gonna fill these with backer rod, which I'll have. So every gap you see is going to be foam or have like pink insulation in it. Or we're gonna seal it all off.
What about like this?
Yeah,
With two
so
pieces?
that's gonna be whatever you guys can figure out that makes you happy. Like that one you can use 2 pieces on because that's in the middle.
Okay.
This one I will probably put a piece. You can use 2 pieces, but then you want to put a little piece here too,
Okay.
because there's a big gap right there. But it's just, and sometimes you can even use your pieces and kind of just
Okay.
throw it in. These will get done these gaps here, like anything you can literally like stick your pinky in, like get your nail caught in. You know, this piece obviously isn't going to work, but all around the windows we'll seal, around the doors, all of those beams that come to the end, they'll all, I have backer rod, we'll put backer rod around. Those are real easy because they're ready like a 3/8. I think I have in a 5/8, which is small. We'll just put all in here because we want to seal off the air, seal off the water. That's the whole point of us being here. So where these cracks kind of come in, if you only seal here, it can still get in behind there realistically and kind of maybe let some air in. That's the thought. You have to just kind of think of, you think air can get in there or water? Under the porch, water is not going to get in, but the air still will. Around these, the ends, these are notches. Where the notches meet the logs, that's how they stack. With this, you can see how these notches mostly fit really good in here. We won't be able to stick anything in there to to stop the airflow, but we'll put beads of chinking around all of these so it does seal them off. This we'll be able to stick something in. This obviously we can't. This we can't. We'll be able to stick something little in there. Kind of get the idea.
Okay.
Does that make sense? We're just trying to fill up the gaps realistically. So
She could be the company's mascot.
I used to call her the little pig.
Dress her up like a little log.
We could paint her rose.
Hey guys. Sorry that other clip cut off. Don't know if I'm gonna use it, but second day on the job here. Colt's up on the roof right now. So basically I was saying that so far it has been filling in the gaps with foam pieces, cutting them to size, nailing them, and then the chinking is going to go over that in between the foam and the wood. So we got to seal up the outside first because there's rain in the forecast, like at the end of this week I think. So that's the main goal. So August, my boss got a lift and they're going up now to finish the top parts. Then we'll be moving on to chinking, I believe. And yeah, I'm supposed to be working on social media. I'm also working my other remote job right now, so that's why I'm in the van. Everything's going pretty good so far. What is up, you guys? Welcome to my third day on the job, a part of the Ogs Logs crew. The van's back there. It's a rainy day today this morning, but thankfully that stopped since we're finishing up the outside of the cabin, and then we're also starting on the inside. So same process, placing the foam. Then we'll place insulation in between the two foam pieces. Then we'll move on to the chinking.
Okay, awesome.
You want to explain the insulation, anyone for video? Come on, you're good at talking.
So
Get Colt doing it, and then get me doing it. You know what I mean?
Be like, is he correct?
So what we're doing now is we're taking this fiberglass insulation and we're putting it in between all of these cracks on the windows and doors where it leads outside, so no draft comes in and makes you cold.
And
Gotta take the trowel
on top of the foam piece.
Oh yeah, and on top of the foam.
And then we'll put another foam
outside.
piece.
Yeah, foam piece here. Insulated walls, foam piece here. Got to put some backer rod right here in this hole because this hole leads to this frame which leads outside. So breeze can come in. So what we're trying to do is to make the house warm. And you can ask Sam, I already insulated all the walls that lead outside. Up here, it already feels warmer up here than it does downstairs.
I mean, everyone knows who's built anything. Insulation is very important. And yeah, this is good practice for us in case we have to build something in the future, build out another van or tiny
log
home,
cabin,
something.
a tiny home log cabin, or 2 tiny home log cabins.
But yeah, it seems like insulating is pretty easy, right? I haven't done it yet, so.
It's very easy. The most difficult part is when it gets on your skin, dealing with the itching, because it's fiberglass, and like, see it all over my hand?
Yeah.
It makes you very, very
But I
itchy.
mean, just an alternative I know about, sheep's wool pretty much does the same thing.
But I
Right?
think fiberglass just holds.
Yeah, but I mean, if
better.
you want a more natural, you know.
I guess
option.
I've
'Cause,
never
like,
heard. I've just always done fiberglass.
No, yeah, I've seen lots of people do sheep's wool in their van because, you know, with a small van, you kind of don't want to be breathing in this stuff. Think about it, just your sweater in the van yesterday was like really strong. But anyway, alright, I gotta get to work. Good morning. It's our 4th day on the job. It's Thursday. It's a beautiful foggy morning here, and we're about to head to the work site. I'm gonna tell them what you're doing.
I am putting in backer rod. So with the backer rod, it goes anywhere where we're gonna have chinking and water could get in or behind it. So like this small one I can fit here. And then like under here, there's already some here, and then along the window here. You know, all these holes are gonna get filled in. This one is too small for here. We're waiting on the big one that we gotta reorder. And then this, I gotta get this off.
So like, would all of these be?
This one I gotta fill in, but same thing. It goes back too far.
How you liking the job?
I like it. I just find it very interesting, and it actually teaches you a lot, especially if you want to build your own cabin, because apparently it's cheap.
Good morning, guys. It's the day after my birthday. We went to Mystic Falls yesterday, which is Covington, Georgia. If you don't know, this is our new campsite. I don't think I've shown it much, but we got camp all set up. We're making breakfast crunch wraps right now. This is our boss's black stone. Oh
Yeah, I put tap on for y'all too.